So about this Darrell Brooks guy, 39 years old. What does 39 represent, people? 39 represents time. Time. 39 forward, 93 in reverse. 93, 39, they both got this similitude to represent time. 39 years old. How many people they said he killed over here in Wisconsin? Five. What does five represent, people? Five represents Satan. You know what I'm saying? This happened to be at a Christmas parade. Christmas is Santa. Santa is short for what? Satan. You understand? Santa, Satan. You understand? Satan, Santa is short for Satan. This was at a Christmas parade. What do you do when you celebrate Christmas? You celebrate Santa, Saint Nick, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That all represents five represents Satan. You understand? So, and they said 20 people injured. What does 20 represent, people? 20 represents death. You know what I'm saying? Who's doing all of this, people? Who's doing all of this? Your favorite people. The same people that runs America. You know what I'm saying? The people that stole our identity. Who is when I say our identity? When I say our identity, I'm talking about the blacks, you Negroes, you Latinos, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying, Jamaicans, Haitians, Mexicans, Guatemalans, you know what I'm saying, uh, 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 you know what I'm saying, Dominicans, you know what I'm saying, you are Israel. You are of the nation of Israel. And those people that claiming to be you, they are really Romans. They are the same Romans that destroyed us in 70 AD. You understand? That's the same Romans. And this whole thing with this Darrell, you know what I'm saying? This Darrell guy, they created this monster. How did they create this monster? How many times have he went back and forth in jail? They got all of his information from being booked in jail. Your numbers line up according to their agenda. If your numerical date of birth, your astrological sign, if all of that lines up with a day that they plan to do a specific ritual on, which happens to be, you know what I'm saying, at this so-called Christmas parade, then they're going to use you. And that's what they did. They want to talk about this man and his low bond. They made this man a low bond. You got to understand who controls the court system. The Masons. Who controls the court system? The Masons. They set this man bond at that particular amount for a reason. Because they wanted him to get out. And if he couldn't afford to get out, when they set his bond at $1,000, if he couldn't afford to get out, they would have made it where he would have got out. They would have RR'd him if they had to. And who is this a ritual for now? The mayor of Waukesha, Wisconsin. The mayor. That's who it is. This boy right here, Darrell, you know what I'm saying, was handpicked, because they knew what he was going to do. I'm not what he was going to do. They know what he was capable of. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play this news article, play this audio. You know what I'm saying? While I do that, make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. It's very important that you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. As you know, you know what I'm saying, they censoring me. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't win for losing over here on YouTube. So make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio.
39-year-old Darrell Brooks is currently awaiting charges for killing 5 people with his SUV. And according to a criminal complaint from early...
He's a current awaiting charges for killing 5 people. When I tell you 5 represent Satan. You understand? With his SUV. What color was the SUV? Red. At a Christmas parade. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. What color is Santa's sleigh? Red. What color is Santa's outfit? Red. And you have him with this red SUV, you know what I'm saying, mowing into a crowd of people. Oh, Lord. Hey, the mayor of Waukesha, or Waukesha, is sitting back and drinking lovely right now because everything went down accordingly. Let's go ahead and press play.
Earlier this month, 39-year-old Darrell Brooks is currently awaiting charges for killing 5 people with his SUV. And according to a criminal complaint from earlier this month, he tried...
Speaking of his SUV, I can almost guess that might be his SUV. But I can almost guess who was paying the note on that. His girlfriend. I can almost guess what whose name the insurance is in and the registration is in. His girls. So that might not be his SUV. That might be his girls. He just claims it to be his. You know, that's like any raggedy Negro in America with no life. Any drug dealer with no life. Let me tell you something. To you women out there, if you want, you know what I'm saying, check this out. I'm going to tell you like this. Before you look at these raggedy Negroes, look in their glove box. If that registration don't say their name, then you know what you're dealing with. If somebody else is paying his card note, then you know who you dealing with. If he ain't got enough responsibility to pay his own car note, to have his own stuff in his own name, then what makes you think he's going to be responsible enough to raise your child that he produced with you? Not only produced with you, what makes you think he have the responsibility enough to take care of you? No matter what he say out of his mouth, the proof shows in the documentation. But anyway, let me go ahead and press play.
To do the same thing to the mother of his child. According to court records, Brooks intentionally ran the victim over with his vehicle while she was walking through the parking lot of the BP gas station.
The mother of his child. Probably the same mother of his child that is paying the car note or paying the insurance on his car. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, this man was shot up with something in jail. Who does that? I tell you who does that. A ritual that was set up by the mayor of Waukesha.
Police list the vehicle as a 2010 maroon Ford Escape with the same license plate as the one recovered near the Christmas parade last.
The police say reporting all of this. Report whose name is in. I bet you if they report whose name is in, I bet you it won't come back to him. I bet you the insurance, whose name the insurance is in, I bet you that won't come back to him.
Night. Go back to 2020, and Brooks is also accused of another violent crime. According to court records, Brooks and his nephew got into a physical fight. Investigators say the nephew left, and Brooks walked into the front yard with a gun and fired one shot at them. That case is still open and awaiting trial. Despite his most recent charges, the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office only asked for $1,000 bail from Brooks earlier this month, which District Attorney John...
Yeah, they wanted him to get out because they had a mission for him. Let me tell you something. I won't be too surprised if he was forced to do this. To make sure the ritual will go down. I won't be too surprised if he was forced to do this on this particular day. I'm going to give you an example. I know a lot of people seen the movie Belly. You remember the movie Belly with DMX and Nas? Well, look at like towards the end of that movie when DMX was down in Georgia and he was selling weed and with his two dudes that he was selling weed with. And you know what I'm saying, he caused one of his sellers to shoot the other seller and he got locked up. He ended up in the Georgia jail and he called up Nas and he, you know what I'm saying, he asked to get out. You know what I'm saying, he gave Nas a car and everything. But to make a long story short, they let DMX out. DMX didn't know who bailed him out. But then he was playing basketball at some basketball court. And this white man came up. And that white man is the one that got him out. Why did that white man get him out? Because that white man wanted him to kill somebody called the minister. You see? Just pay attention to that movie, the movie Belly. Like towards the end of the movie, you'll see, you know what I'm saying, how did DMX get out of jail? It was a white man who got him out of jail. That was a secret agent. And that secret agent said that, listen, you must kill, you know what I'm saying, you bet not slip up because we got people all around you watching you. And if you don't do anything, if you don't do it, we're going to kill you. So I won't be too surprised if the same way that movie Belly, that scene in Belly reacted out is the same way they put it on him. No matter how you can be gay. Well, DMX was gangster too. DMX was gangster. But yet he wasn't gangster enough. He listened to that white man, didn't he? Because he was about to go and kill that minister. The same way, I won't be too surprised if they did that same thing to this Darrell guy here. No matter how gangster he is, you know what I'm saying? They told that man, hey, listen, your life is shot anyway. You know what I'm saying? Your record is long as my arm. You got all these pending charges. You know what I'm saying? Go do this. You know what I'm saying? Go do this. But I'm going to end up in jail for the rest of my life because I'm going to kill a lot of people. Well, it is either you kill these people or we kill you. That's how these people are. Secret agents. You know what I'm saying? When you see these lone wolfers going up in these schools killing people, it's because the elites gave them the ultimatum. Either you kill them or we going to kill you. Or they may have threatened to kill your family or something like that. Anyway, let me go ahead and press play.
Chisholm called inappropriately low. Brooks was able to pay that bail and get out of jail. In a statement, the district attorney went on to say, the bail recommendation in this case is not consistent with the approach of the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office toward matters involving violent crime, nor was it consistent with the risk assessment of the defendant prior to setting bail.
They knew what they was doing, people. You know what I'm saying? And you got people, you know what I'm saying? Things like this happen all over. You got to understand. These mayors of these states, of these counties, they're juiced in. You know what I'm saying? Especially the mayor of Wauhesha. You know what I'm saying? He's a damn Jesuit. They sitting back, you know what I'm saying, drinking real good right about now. Anyway, this is news. This was all a ritual, people. You know what I'm saying? But this should teach you women a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Leave these dogs alone. Oh man. I mean, this man literally punched his girlfriend and then ran her over with his her SUV. Anyway, this is news, people. want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here on Illuminati Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. Hit that like button. It's very important that you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. If you want to donate to this ministry, the PayPal link is in the description box below. You're welcome to do that. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you all.